Are there habits that you feel you need to break? Have you ever at one point felt that you needed to deal with certain things? Habits that you felt were going to cost you at a personal level, at a community level, or even at a corporate level? Well, at one point, each one of us probably has had to deal with bad habits that we needed to break. I said when we started this on Monday that we pick habits along the way, sometimes from the environment that we are in, and sometimes as coping mechanisms, whatever the cause may be, just by looking at people who have set examples, people that we look up to, people that have shaped our lives and influenced us. We pick up things from them, and then later on we get to know that those things are going to cost us in whatever way. They cost us in our relationships, at our workplaces, friendships, financially, and we begin to feel the need to break those habits because they've got a hold on us. Or somewhere along the line, see, we probably have faced a different sense of emotions, either through trauma or something. Then we begin to pick up coping mechanisms. Whichever way that the habits have come, you will know that you can break those habits because they don't define who you are. And you should never allow anybody to define you by those habits, because you can shake off and break the bad habits. And that's what we are dealing with this week. Welcome to Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J. Atemo, the Sage. Every Monday to Friday, 9:55 a.m., I come right here to give you insights and wisdom and nuggets that would help you to make better decisions in your life, to help you have perspective, and just to keep growing yourself as a person in every aspect. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you have not done that, kindly do so. It's CJ Atemo. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Set notifications so that every time we upload videos, like we will do this as well, then you get to know. Then please watch, like, post a comment, and share with your friends and fraternity. Let's keep the good content going out over there. You never know whom it will help. I'm receiving a lot of feedback from various and diverse people who are coming into my inbox, my DMs. Some coming through mail, and they're either asking questions or just encouraging me and saying, well, I'm watching you and you're doing a great job. And thank you for the feedback, everybody who's getting in touch. For those of you who have made this become your show, we are so grateful. So let's get to know that you keep on watching. So get in touch with us by, getting on all my social media platforms. That's CJ Atemo on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn as well. Well, so I'm getting to my number 4 note on how to break bad habits, because this week we're just talking about breaking bad habits. Number 1, I said, was accepting that there is a problem. That's A, accepting that there's a problem. Number 2, which is a B, I said, break the shame over it, which means that do not allow that thing to keep you in a cage, thinking that if you talk about it, people will look at you in a certain way. You've got to find somebody to talk to. You can talk to a therapist, you can talk to a counselor, you can talk to a coach. You can talk to a trusted friend or family. You can talk to somebody who is very close to you, or somebody who's gone through that as well, who has dealt with it, but talk about it. It breaks the shame over it. Shame is one of the ways that you just get controlled and caged in that kind of behavior or habit. Then number 3, I talked about controlling the environment, and I said most of our habits are enabled in certain environments. Environments do fertilize the habits that we have, and they do allow certain things to go on. So if you get into a space where you have dried the environment of whatever it would feed the particular habit, then you will not necessarily do what you have been doing. A lot of things would happen in certain spaces. So you've got what you call your dark secrets. See, they can't happen in the light. They've got to happen in the dark spaces. That means that if you get out of the place where things are dark, if you get out of that particular space of secrecy and privacy, then you probably may not do what you want to do, because the environments give you permission to behave in a certain way. There are spaces you walk into and nobody will say you're too loud. Why? Because everybody is loud. There's spaces you get into and nobody will say, hey, you're drinking too much, because everybody's on the floor. There's spaces you get into and nobody will tell you gambling is not good, because that's a gambling spot. There are places you walk into and nobody will tell you you're on substance abuse, because that's what they do. They're in the corners over there. Everybody's smoking something or drinking something that is crazy. And so when you walk into those environments, you will think that that is normal until you change and control the environment and begin to define what you accept as normal within a particular environment. So today, I want to talk about the number 4 of it, and that is direct your passions elsewhere. Direct your passions elsewhere. And again, this is very dependent on what your habits may be. Sometimes, if you know that your bad habits are habits that require a lot of energy, then you need to direct your energy elsewhere. Go into the gym, take a walk, join a karate class or something. Whatever you need to do, just direct your passions elsewhere. Because this begins to recondition your mind and it begins to give you other activities to do. Most of the time, we have relapse because we have not filled our time with something else. So we get off what we were on, but then we do not fill up that time, that space, or that passion with something else. We do not bring in something else to feed the need that whatever the need that habit was feeding on. So we get stuck and begin to feel like I'm missing something. So let me go back to it. Now, anytime you are breaking off something, anytime you are even trying to control your environment, find a new passion. And again, these things are learned. It is not too late and you are not too old to learn that. These things are learned. You cannot say, this is all I've known how to do all my life. Well, you can learn to do something else. People go back to school in their 50s. People begin to swim when they're 30-something and 40. People learn how to fly planes when they're already 47, 48. That's when somebody decides they want to be a pilot. I've got a friend who went back to school and only graduated and became admitted to the bar when he was already 46. And he had spent like 20 years out of school. He had studied education, then went into certain other things, economics, and then he had this passion for law because his father was a lawyer, and he probably might be watching even now, and he got admitted to the bar at 46. So you see, people can learn, and you too can learn. Direct your passions elsewhere. Find something else. Go and learn how to play an instrument. Go into spaces where people are, where there are plays. Just learn to appreciate that. Where you would have spent your time in the wrong company, go and watch a play. Spend the money on a ticket. Stay over there. Watch the comedy. Watch the play. Sit in a space where the environment is controlled. There's entertainment. There's good energy. Connect with new people. And then when you leave that place, you go back home. See, you can always find something else. Read books, sit in a library, begin to write, begin to draw, whatever it is. Go and watch sports. Direct your passions elsewhere. When you keep filling up your time, you begin to meet a different version of you. See, freedom comes when you begin to understand that there's another version of you. And when you begin to understand that what you have known as being you is not all that you could be, when you can begin to enjoy other things, when you can begin to do other things and get into other spaces, then you realize you didn't die. You will actually believe that you can change and you can be free, and you can shake off from what has been holding you down and what has been putting you down. So point number 4 is direct your passions elsewhere. Find something else to do that will be a substitute to what you used to do before. Well, that's all the time that I've had for you today on Wisdom Moments on K24 with Miss C.J. Atemo. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, C.J. Atemo, and make sure that you also set notifications, like, comment, share the videos, and I'd be so glad. Get in touch with me anywhere. Follow me on social media, C.J. Atemo on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and connect on LinkedIn as well. I'd be so glad to connect with you and to hear from you. See you again next time, right here, same time.